Hello, and this is our final project video in which we will present our microbit called microfeed. But why microfeed? We decide to name it microfeed because it is a name related to exercise. Hence, the ending feed and micro is from microbit.
So for this project, the inputs are press button A, B, and A plus B, press pin P0, P1, and P2, press logo, acceleration, and temperature.
The process begins by selecting your age with buttons A and B, where A, the age increase, and with B, age decrease.
When selecting the age, you will be shown a series of exercises that you have to do and the number of times. This will be random. Then when you finish with this exercise, you can take the temperature so that they will assign you how much water you copy and how many calories you burned.
Then press the P0 and P1 button. Here, you will have to do the exercises assigned to you again, but they are routines with different purposes. P1, it is a routine to keep fit, and P2 pin, it's a routine to gain muscle mass.
Here you will now do all exercise assigned. At the end, we press pin P2 to you will have to control your breathing, exhale and inhale 5 times during the time that appears on the LED screen. Finally, there is the logo, which is a step counter that each time you shake it, it's count as one step. In general, the variables we decide to use were to indicate the number of exercise that you have to do, the seconds, and also to indicate the temperature, acceleration, and the number of RGB LEDs.
Here, we can see the main loops and conditionals that we use to make our microbit work. In general, the first. The first, it's a loop with a conditional that works as the counter repetition of exercises and that we use for routines and exercises for each age.
The second, it's a loop that works to control the breaths that we have to take, and each inhalation and exhalation has a time, this for 5 times following the icons. The third, it's a conditional that at a certain temperature you are assigned the water you have to drink and the calories you burn.
The fourth, it's a loop that it is one of the most important in which, depending your age, it assigns your exercises you have to do. And the fifth, it's a loop that works as a stopwatch that is used to carry out some exercises.
The last one is a conditional used in the running exercise that at a certain speed you are told to run faster, or otherwise it gives you a stopwatch for the time you have to run.
Returning with this, we will have the following outputs, which are icons that represent what type of exercise will be done, shows some messages related to the types of exercises to be performed and how many times. It shows the RGB LEDs that are the ones that are part of each age.
Music corresponding to some exercise and the numbers that represent the number of repetition that have to be done, and those that are done for an exercise are also part of the timers. Now let's move on to a simulation of our microbit. At the beginning, we will see that it does indicate that we have to put our age. So as we said before, pressing button A increases our age and B decreases it. So when we enter our age, it will direct us to the exercise that must be done with their respective intensity. And here, for us to have our repetition of exercise, that what we have to do is shake the microbit simulating that we are doing the exercise. Uh, and so until all the exercise requests in the case were uh, 18.
Then we will have to finish all the exercises. Then by pressing pin P0 and P1, we can see that it shows a routine with its purpose each one, and we have to do the exercises that were assigned. For example, pin P1 is to say stay in shape. And here's is shaking the microbit simulating that we do the exercises requested. In the case, we'll be hitting, jumps, lizard, jumping jacks, this plank, and rest.
And now for PMP2, that it shows that we have to regulate the breaths, and it shows us some lead simulating inhalation and exhalation breaths. So what we have to do is breathe and hold for as long as the leads and the figure remain on the microbit, like this for 5 times.
At the end, we can continue with logo. It shows a steps message that when shaking it will count the step taken infinitely and it will be shown as a constant. And to stop this infinite loop, we can press and hold the logo to restart or press button A plus B.
And so we come to the end in which our team learnings are.
Thanks to this project and this subject, we learned to improve communication and team collaboration. We also learned to program a microbit, which seems like a very simple object. However, we realized that it is a great tool to learn programming in a simple and didactic way. We learned to make more productive use of a new technological tools that we have nowadays, and that our only programming limit is your own imagination. So if you can imagine, you can program it.
And so we have filled the purpose of our project, which is to active ourselves and promote exercise in young people. Since in Mexico, we are the #1 country in childhood obesity, and with this project, we seek to make exercise more funny.